Hey, hello, welcome to my YouTube channel where we are talking about plants at the moment. Please like, share, and subscribe to learn more about plants. Today we are going to be talking about fruit drying of the dead fruits we previously cleaned. So I've added a clip showing when we had sorted the dates that were ready for drying. So from that batch, we spread them out in the sun outside for them to be dry. For someone who has a kiln drier, this would be a good way of using it because I think they would dry sooner. But because we're at home and we don't have one, we did what was most convenient for us because we had a tarpaulin, so we laid it out on the ground, made sure it was fixed by putting certain weights on it at the edges. Then we spread out the dates as much as we could. You spread them out away from each other so that they don't dry while stuck. That is what you're aiming for. Some people want them to stick, but this is not the stage where you stick them. You first wait for them to dry because it's good for their preservation and also eliminates most of the moisture, which if it stayed would not keep them well long enough. So you spread them out so that they are separate from each other and allow them to dry as much as you can. Don't make them dry into cookies, please. Just dry them so that they are still soft inside but dry on the outside. Notice when I bring the camera close, you can see the difference in colors. The ones that are light are the ones that are yellow when ripe, and the ones that are dark are the ones that are brown or a deep red when what? Can I call it red or maroon? I think it's maroon when ripe. So the ones that you see that are dark are not already dry. They are also starting out to dry, but they are just a different variety. Also, the ones that are fully ripe and plump, sometimes if they are not eaten right away, we also put them out there to dry. We can keep them in the fridge in their fully ripe format. If you notice, some of the dates are fully ripe. Let me insert a clip. This kind also can be put out to dry along with others, but you'll put them separately because their drying time will be different from the ones that were totally dehydrated. The plump ones will take longer to dry though. They will also dry if not eaten at that stage. Next, we will clean them again if they dry out. This is how they look like when they have dried out. So we take them under the tap and run water through them as we flip them. What we are aiming at doing is taking away the sand because we dried them from outside. So sometimes the wind blows and as they dry, puts sand on them. However, in the evenings we remove them, in the mornings we take them back. The reason is you do not have control over the weather conditions in the night. It could rain on them or there could be a sandstorm that will carry sand into them. So we dry them like this, and that's the advantage of someone who has a kiln because they can close it off and no one will interrupt the drying process. So you will also notice that the water under the sieve, the sieving container, is clean water. The reason is now they are really, really clean and you're just taking off the soil on top, and inside they are dry, you're just taking off the soil on top. So when you look at the water, it's just clean water but with a little bit of dirt, and that is not date juice. It's just a little bit of sand, but it actually looks clean. If you look at it properly, it looks clean. It shows that they've been cleaned up real good. The next step is drying them, but this time not under the sun. The first batch was dried in the night. Not like batch one, but some of the batches are dried in the night, especially if there is cold wind and it is still cold but not really moving wind, still wind. You put them out. Still wind because it will not be carrying along debris with it as it moves around. But then also in the night, because there is no sun, but there is a little bit of warmth in the air to help them dry. It's like air drying from the moisture that you washed them with. So you're trying to remove the outside moisture that you put in as you try to wash the dates, so that they will be easy to store, because when they are dry, they are very durable, like they can stay for a long period of time. Then the other batch, so also drying can be done during the day. So there is another batch that we dry during the day. However, during the day, we focus on putting them indoors. Why? We are trying to minimize the sun, because where I am, the sun is really hot, that if you put them out more in the sun, it will over dehydrate them, unless that's your desired end product. If your desired end product is dates that are too dry, you know, there is variety in taste and preferences. So some people like them to dry. That's why you will find that they can dry them out more. So these other batches that have a lot of light were dried during the day indoors. If you notice the ones that are dried during the day, you can see some darker dates. That's the darker variety, and the darker variety when ripe. And then the other ones is the regular yellow variety. I won't call it regular, but it's the one that we had the most of this season. So here I was just getting up close and personal with the dates. Thank you for watching. Have a good day. Bye.